Good morning, everybody. So, second time we're doing this. I enjoyed the other day. Can everybody see my screen? Somebody type in main black box chat. Hey, Tim, I see your screen. And that you can hear me. All right, let's see. Let me go find you. Yep, see in here, Swan. Thank you, sir. All right, BPTH. Let's go look and see what BPTH has been running for 3 days. We're gonna go over those colors in the alert log too. Announces clinical update. This was yesterday. Phase 2 trial. Okay, phase 2 trial of acute leukemia. AML. This is pretty good news. So that's why it ran yesterday, right? See in yellow here, that means usual suspect. You can click this question mark and it'll tell you usual suspect alert. This alert occurs in the pre-market only and is triggered by multiple real-time and historical criteria. Blah, 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 this criteria, blah, blah, blah. So that's a usual suspect alert. We had another one, AYTU. No retracement alerts today. We had one of those the other day. Those, I always love the retracement alerts. So this BPTH, it had a big run last week, then ran again. I think it may have been Friday, ran again. Or no, maybe it was Monday. This is Thursday. Took a day off and then ran again yesterday and today. So BPTH, want to keep an eye on. Let's go see what SEAL. Oh, let's go see what that's about. Sealos Therapeutics announced that is acquired exclusive license, blah, blah, blah. So I do this for 15 minutes before the market starts, right? I'm constantly going, okay, why are these things moving? Does it feel like it can keep going? What's the volume on these things, right? So we got news there. Click the volume ratio real quick. ALT is traded a lot. SEAL's traded 1.78 times its average. Let's go look at some downside stocks. So I got asked the other day, and I didn't explain this, what are the red stocks? If you don't have the short alerts, you go to My Account, My Settings, then you'll click Enable Advanced. And all of a sudden, you'll get these red ones. So we had a short alert on Burlington. They missed ER. Let's go ahead and click Burlington. It's down 12 bucks. See, we alerted it here. It's been drifting ever since. Click the news on Burlington. Why is it down? Mixed Q4 results. All right. So that's why Burlington's down. Let's click KR, Kroger. Same thing, missed ER. Trading pretty good volume pre-market. So that tells me right there, Kroger, all right, might be one to keep an eye on to get a quick short. See if that's what that's looking like on the volume ratio. Hadn't traded, okay, right here. It's traded about 25% of its daily average. That's pretty good pre-market for something like Kroger. So it tells me it trades about 8 million a day, a little over 8 million, 8.5. This may be something I want to get into as far as a short. So I'm just sitting here looking. IGT, what happened with IGT? Now, what you want to see the arrow, on these alerts, you want to see that they're up. BPTH has got a green arrow. When it's a red alert, you want to see that it's down from the price. So every one of these are down from the alert price. So all three of those are currently winners. Doesn't always work out that way, obviously. IGT, let's see what kind of news we got over there. I don't know much about IGT. Oh, international gaming. Yes, I do actually. ER. So everything's ER related right now. So all three of these are short on ERs. Netflix, which you know we're swinging from the other day. Let's go ahead and click this too. Why are we swinging Netflix? This is the second night swinging it. Let's get the chart pulled up. Let's go to options real quick. Historical. We bought this one on the 5th. Got to type the symbol in. Let's get the historical on the 5th. Show you why we're swinging Netflix. Let's change this to the 5th as well. All right. I'll show you real quick. We was watching, all of a sudden these May 350s kept coming in. Again, we talked about this in the daily webinar. 876K. May 350, 554K. May 350, 337K. May 350, 420K. Look at right here. May 350, $9 million on the ask sweep. What are we going to do? Not buy after somebody just spent $13, $14 million? So, you know, we bought these contracts as well. I think my fill was $27.85. Last I knew, we were up about $400 contract, almost $400 contract as of yesterday's close. So we've gapped since then, so we'll see what we got this morning. But that's the kind of flow. You know, if you're looking at options flow, this was really pretty flow, right? We're going to try to find some flow this morning we can all play. Get off historical, back on the flow. But let's go over here back to the stocks. So this ARQL, it's in the top 10 gainers. I'm going to look at that as well. See what kind of news we got on ARQL. Look at this volatility indicator. This shows buy pressure. That works like a level 2. If a lot of you are familiar with level 2, and hopefully you are if you trade lower float stocks, see that thing peeking out right here? It's like a speedometer, right? So if bids start stacking up real hard, this will start moving. So your bids are stacking, your offers are getting thinner. This starts moving. That's kind of how level 2. Now, if it starts looking weak and bids are falling apart, offers are coming down, you'll see it start to get over here, right? That doesn't mean sell or buy. You know, that just tells you what's going on in that current time frame. You know, so that's going with that's watching every market maker, that's watching every offer, every bid, that's watching everything that goes on in that stock. Now you might see it over here in the negative, and the stock continue to push. That just means you did lose a lot of bids, and maybe an offer came down, and a lot of times you'll see it, you know, you might see the chart follow this, like this will be ahead of the chart. So anyway, that's how your volatility indicator works. We get asked that a lot, and thank you, McDeggins, for telling me to bring that up today. Volatility indicator is really, really cool feature if you trade stocks. Again, I don't trade off of it. In other words, just because it says 50 doesn't mean I need to buy. Sometimes that's when you want to sell. That's the Roman candle, we call it. That's the peak buying, maybe. Not always. I'm just saying, you know, watch your charts. That volatility indicator, that's how it works. It's like a level 2. Really like the volatility indicator. Eric did a really good job when he designed that. So one of the things I'm watching this morning, obviously Netflix, because we've been swinging it since Tuesday. What is this? This is Thursday. Yeah, since Tuesday evening, we've been swinging, or around lunch, we've been swinging Netflix. We're going to try to find something else come up. So anyway, CODX. Let's go ahead and look at some of these other ones. Let's see what kind of news we have. Company CO Diagnostics received CE mark for Zika. Yeah, blah, 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 blah test. Sounds pretty cool, you know. Is it going to run the stock? Probably not. But let's go ahead and look at the volume ratio again real quick. ALT, it's traded 6 times its average volume, right? I want to know why. Now, CODX has already traded almost 3 times, so definitely keep an eye on CODX. But ALT, so I can click the symbol right here and bring up the chart. See, it had a good pop early this morning. It's been fading ever since, but it's traded 6 times its average 10-day volume. Let's click news. Wait for that to load up. I don't see any news. Did I do something wrong here? Let's click Guidewire real quick. Maybe I did something wrong on this ALT. Oh, there's the ALT. Let's get it up. For some reason, I had that delayed. It's recently completed. Hep T cell phase 1 clinical trial will be presented on April 12, 2019. Okay, so they've recently completed it. They're going to do a presentation on that, so that's cool. There's our guide wire. So anyway, ALT, so I love to go down through these, you know, the top volume ratios. Why did it trade 6 times? Let's always know this information. CODX, why did it trade almost 3 times? And also got a black box alert, right? So ALT got one as well. So actually, I'm going to go through every one of these every day. A little behind today because I had a couple conference calls that I needed to get to before this. Usually I talk on the phone and do my research. So today I'm a little slightly behind. A lot of these I already knew because I watch the news all day. I get up watching CNBC. I go to bed watching CNBC. Okay, Bloomberg. But CNBC during the day, stocks at night. So anyway, again, I need to know why these are moving, right, at all times. Am I going to play all these or look at all these? Absolutely not. Until it gets over here, it really doesn't matter to me. You're going to see a lot of alerts going off in a couple of minutes. To get that away, we just hit alert log, right? I'm going to leave it on, let it bug y'all for a second, show y'all how to click it off. I get asked every day, how do I get rid of those damn noises? I'll show you. Let's see what we got going on in Black Box main chat. Not a lot. Everybody's in Tia's room. I get asked a lot, how do I find Tia's room? Tia's room. Tia's a badass. Go check her out. Live channels. All right. Click it. Just click it right there. If you're at work and you trade options, you want to listen to options, click options audio. That's the Discord channel, feeds into here live, so you can always hear what we're doing on Discord. If you want to go watch Tia, simply click view channel. Boom. I'm in Tia's room. She's watching 10X right there. BPTH too high for me, so you can see they're trading, you know, lower float stocks over here live. Get back to main chat, click that. You should be in one of 2 groups. You should either be in Tia's group trading, or you should be in Discord trading options. Trying to use Black Box alone, that's fine. Once you get the hang of it, and I shouldn't say don't ever do it. We've got probably 800 members that don't get in any group. They've learned the system, they know the system, they make money with the system, so they're doing their own thing. They're sitting at home, maybe trading a couple hours a day. They don't need to see what anybody else is doing. They've been trading for a while. If you haven't, and you're new especially, or even if you've been trading a while and you just like to hang out with people, Discord or Tia's room. Absolutely, Discord or Tia's room. Don't trade alone if you need help. Always ask for questions right here, main chat. Hit us. Hey, how do I use this system? Boom, somebody's going to get back to you. It can be a little overwhelming, but it's really not that complicated. It's a right-click system. Alert stream, which we're going to show you how to use in a minute. Pre-market scanner, post-market scanner, the only one in the world, the post-market scanner, that will show you how to, you know, after-hours volume, only after-hours volume. We're going to put this on market scan for a minute. go ahead and click options. We'll see this open real quick. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and load Netflix. Just because I want to see what it's going to do. Actually, you know, let's let a couple more pop-ups come up. Let me show you how to turn that off one more time. See there? It's making a noise. It's popping up. It's getting in my way. I'm going to go over here back to all stocks. I'll click this button. I'm going back to options for a second. We'll see what comes through in the first few minutes. So far, slow. Nothing. Okay, got a little above the ask on EA out next week. Another EA above the ask. So there's 2 EAs above the ask, same strike and expiration. So automatically I'm logging that into memory. Again, I can watch my market scan. I can see if anything else is moving. BPTH popped as soon as the market opened. I know that because I remember what it was in the 16s, right? Now it's up 56%. It's almost 19. So I can watch this while I'm watching this. Netflix spiking, anticipated. Apple's down. Facebook is down today. The SEAL's trading some volume. BPTH trading some volume. The ARQL did pop back some. All right, go Netflix. We're going to go back over here for a second to all stocks. We're going to see what's in that top 10 now. SEAL, it's up 47%. I don't know if we looked at that one. BPTH, we alerted this at 15 bucks. It's almost at 20. I'm going to click SEAL. That one's intriguing me. Look at the volume and the volatility indicator on SEAL. Wow, it opened and popped. Here was our alert. See, let's again, I want to see what the volume ratio is on SEAL. It's traded almost 4 times its average 10-day volume. In the first couple of minutes of the market, what was the news on SEAL? Because it's still pressing. For some reason, every time I click news, it's starting to aggravate me. So the high was 3 bucks. It's currently 2.94. So we know it hit 3 at some point here. See the volatility indicator starting to pull back on it a little bit, showing some sell pressure coming in. And you want this chart to form up. You want to get some zigzags so you can get some support and resistance, right? So BPTH, look at this, $21.81. The one we talked about here a little while ago. We alerted it at 15. Maybe we were talking about it at like 16, 17, 18. I don't know. Whatever it was pre-market. Let's have a look at BPTH. That thing's been on fire all week. Congrats, bulls on that. I know a few people were in this one in and out all week, and some people swinging it. So, God, congrats. Yes, this was over here during our 16, 17s when we started talking. Congrats. That's buy pressure. Again, you know, before the market opened, this thing had traded about, what was it, 25% of its average 10-day. Now BPTH. It's not even on the list. But I like to keep up with this volatility indicator. I mean, not the volume ratio, because I want to see where they're trading on their 10-day. This SEAL cracked 3. And this chart's just straight up. See, I have a hard time playing those myself. I need some ups and downs and ups and downs before I get in. I mean, that's just straight pressure so far. But let's go back to click options. See if we missed anything over there. Scroll back a few minutes. And nope, we've missed nothing so far. I'm gonna watch SEAL. I may actually trade SEAL or something. I can't trade BPTH up there. Let me watch SEAL while we're watching options. I might sneak in a trade over there. I'm on volume ratio right now, but I'm gonna go back to market scan. You see BPTH is the top of the market scan so far today. It's up 96.5% from yesterday. Not since our alert. This is just from yesterday's close, right? So SEAL's up 77%, GTXI 45, 46, whatever. All right, PayPal above ask. Let's keep this one in mind. It's yellow this week, expiring tomorrow. Not a lot of juice in it. How do we calculate juice? 95.50 plus this number right here, 92. What is that? That's 96.42. It's currently 95.94. So 48 cents juice. Not bad. PayPal can do that in about a candle. So here we're getting a little chart formation on SEAL. Again, I can't trade just straight up stocks personally. I need to get some wobbles, right? I know where my old get a little line chart ready. Where was the high at? I was roughly right there. So it starts crossing that, then it can get interesting. That's probably going to become resistance for a second. Now, preferably, I'd like to see it come back down here and test this number right here and hold. That's where I would say, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll take a shot, a quick shot. So I got my high and my low right there. So this is what I'm watching currently. Let that chart form, test support again, hold it. That's where I would get in. If it breaks that 305, I might try a quick scalp. Volume still coming in on the thing. Again, I can see that right here. I'm seeing the volume on everything. I know what it's up. I've got my volume ratio over here. SEAL's traded 6 times average volume. Again, back to market scan. I like to see what these things are doing while I'm watching my options. But we was talking earlier, basically this is a right click system. I also use the alert stream because I like to see all these 52-week highs and lows coming through. So there's some 52-week lows, some 52-week highs. It'll also tell me, if I'm watching this and maybe I took my eye off BPTH sets a new high after the alert. This is going to tell me. Same thing on SEAL if it does a new high after the alert. So let's watch that just for a minute. And if SEAL pops this and I'm not watching SEAL, I'll see it right here. And then I can go pull it up because I've already got in my memory what I need. When it breaks that high, I need to see it. So this is going to tell me that automatically. So see, now just got a price spike alert. All right, here's some spies coming in for 322. We're going to keep those on our memory. They bought in the monies, which I like to see those in the monies. Now, remember this PayPal I said watch a minute ago, it had very little juice. Now it's 96.29. We seen that a minute ago. It was 95.92. So now that PayPal that was is $1.15. So that's the same strike and expiration we were talking about. Let's go pull this other PayPal. I don't want to take my eye off this chart, so I'm just going to scroll down and find the original PayPal was 92 cents. And that's one, BPTH no longer halted, so it had halted. This tells me it's no longer halted. See how that PayPal is now $1.15. That was 92 cents. So I'm keeping my eye on these PayPals. I'm seeing, so far just 2. I like to see a little bit more consistency. So if SEAL sets a new high, again, I'm going to see it over here. If BPTH sets a new high, I'm going to see it come through right here. I'm gonna leave this going ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and run it over here for a few minutes just so y'all can see what I'm talking about. They'll come through in blue. So I hope this does make a new high just so we can see that. Now, it's only going to tell you that on stuff we've alerted. Now, this other stuff that's 52-week highs and lows, those are things we didn't alert. Seal's pushing right there, as you can see. Right there, new high, see? Right there. So if I wasn't watching Seal, sorry, phone run, I'm still going to see it right here if I'm running my alert stream. Same thing with BPTH, something I've got my eye on, right? So every time this makes a new high, probably not every cent, but every time it makes, you know, a decent new high, I'm going to see it right there. So I don't have to watch it at all times as long as I've got this up, because I already remembered, hey man, if that broke a new high, I might want to take a shot at it. And it right under, back under $3. So BPTH, geez. Actually, okay, BPTH 24.97. That's the number to see it come through. That's going to be the number to see it come back. Okay. And I think I just froze my screen during a webinar. That's not going to be good. Let's see if it'll just undo here. There we go. Seal's back pushing. Sorry, I had a little screen share there. I mean, a little screen freeze. Has something to do with us trying to record while I'm doing this. So anyway, Seal, if that pops at 311 again, you're going to see a blue alert come through. We should start seeing it. It's 310. BPTH, if it hits 25, you're going to see a little blue alert come through saying new high of day. I can't believe BPTH. That's insane. If you were short that stock, we talk about it a lot. Used to talk about it a lot more. I don't short bios just for that reason. I might do it intraday. I don't sleep with a bio short because I don't know if they're going to cure cancer in my sleep. Next thing you know, you see a Seal's hitting resistance right there at that old high. Or not old high, but newest high. I'm gonna go ahead and click back on my Netflix just because I need to keep track of that. If Seal breaks a new high, I'm gonna know it right over here. Oh, didn't even see that happen. Got my eyes off my money, guys. That's all right. I'm in Netflix longer term anyway. So again, I'm gonna keep my alert stream going. If anything goes on with Seal, actually it just did, $3.16. I'm gonna see that. So I don't have to watch a particular stock like Seal or something because I can see it come through BPTH. I know what I'm looking for on those stocks. All right, the Dow's down 144. Let me look at my Netflix positions real quick. Oh boy. Man, I really missed the exit on that. That hit 33.70 this morning. We're still up on Netflix, 322. We were up over 500 a contract. That's okay. We're still up over 300. And again, really, that's longer term anyway. I wouldn't have sold it this morning anyway. Now I don't want to see it keep going down. I will protect profits. I got a decent little Netflix position. Seal, another new high, 323. See there? It's notifying me that Seal's still pushing. So it's a constant reminder. So I'm going to go back between market scan, which tells me we're okay. BPTH, I did not see the new. I didn't see a blue come through on that one, but wow, BPTH 27. All right, Netflix, you can stop this grind down. So let's look over on our options flow. I still haven't seen any real consistency. True car, 52-week low, right? Let's go hit the chat room. Somebody mentioned to me. All right, you be on Twitter. Let's get you handled real quick too. And I got you. Oh, let's see if we got any alerts so far on options. I didn't think so. I hadn't seen any flow that would come through. Swan T is very good. I've seen Tia one time pull out a number on dry ships. I'm not going to repeat what she said, but put it this way, it was under 10 and she said it was going over 100 and she nailed it. That's legendary. I'm not even supposed to bring it up because I told her, I said, Tia, you're crazy. You can't tell members that. She was right. She won that little bet. Okay, where did BPTH? Seal 330. Interesting. Yeah, T is good. That's what I say, guys. If you trade lower float stocks or just stocks in general, live channels, go to Tia's room. She's good. Tia's been with us almost since day one. That's why she's got her own room. She's badass. All right, let's go back to alert stream real quick. My system is froze again for some reason. Just it doesn't do this unless I'm trying to record. There we go. Yeah, BPTH halted again, right? So as soon as that unhalts, we're going to see it. Netflix, I really don't want you to set a new low here. I want you to turn this around and start going this way. And you set a new low. So I can keep up with a lot of things here. I can keep up with my options flow. I can keep up with my seal, BPTH when it becomes unhalted, and I don't have to have that pop-up box. JCI, unusual dark pool activity. We're getting a lot of questions about this dark pool activity. We're going to do a class just on that. We need to add our filter and a couple other things. We're doing stuff with dark pool nobody else has thought about doing yet. I'll take that back. Goldman Sachs and some of those places do it. No services are offering what we're about to do with dark pool. I'll put it that way. Netflix, you're really breaking my heart. Oh. From 500 a contract to 282. You got to keep telling yourself long term, long term. Now, this is the third one of these. I believe this is the third one that we've seen come through on PayPal expiring tomorrow. Let's see if my memory is right. We'll go ahead and click it. Third one, same strike and expiration, same strike and expiration. First one at 95.94. Second one at 96.29. Third one at 95.94. So they've dumped 119 grand. 119 grand into PayPal. Head and shoulders pattern. Yeah. But we're going to keep our eye on PayPal. I'm going to go back to my Netflix chart. This is how I use the system all day, guys and gals. I don't know if it's helpful to you, but this is how I do it. This is how I can watch my stocks, watch my options at the same time. The reason that Netflix is up there is because I was just on that symbol, so it gets wiped away and it goes back to current. You can scroll back and see blah, blah, blah. Let's watch the unhauled. Let's see if there's any questions real quick while I'm in kind of a lull. Gavin Homewood. So yeah, what you do, we can't see the red ones. Click account, click my settings, enable advanced, and you'll be able to get the red ones. How I calculate juice, absolutely. All right, let me figure out how to get that moved back over. Whoops. Calculate juice. So let's just take any contracts. Let's go back to the PayPal. Go type that in real quick. Guy trying to record makes this a little glitchy. We're actually recording today's session. And Netflix is setting low a day. Not nice, Netflix. So let's pull up PayPal. I'll show you how you calculate the juice. So contract cost me 92 cents right here, 92.6 cents. That's what the details, that's what the price paid. That's a little in the money, 95.50. So take 95.50, that's your strike. I add 92.6 cents to it, which is 96.42. 96.42 minus this right here is 48 cents. So this contract needs to move 48 cents for everything to be even. Now you can make money before it gets there. Told you that was a bad looking pattern right there. Ouch. I would have went short actually, but we're doing a webinar. So that's how you calculate the juice. Again, it's this price plus this price minus this price. So 92 cents plus your 96.50 gives you again 96.42. Contracts trading at 95.94. So you know that anything over that 96.94 or 96.42 is pure profit at that point. Now the contract's going to go up before it gets there, but that's how you calculate. That's how you calculate your juice. Go back to all options. Market's kind of ugly. Y'all may be better off in main chat over there if you're options traders. I'm hoping they're shorting something. I'm not really trading because I'm just trying to get y'all through this system. Because that's, to me, is my more important job. I can trade anytime, day or night. I trade futures and everything else when the market closes. So I can get out of my system pretty quick. NVIDIA, this one's interesting. Although it's a block, if that was a sweep, that'd be really interesting to me. But it is yellow. It's an opening transaction, so it makes it still interesting. But if that was a sweep, that'd be something I would be really, really looking at. Really want to see BPTH come unhalted and see what happens there. So PayPal, we did have those 3 yellows that expire tomorrow. Keep an eye on it. S&P drops below 200 moving day average for the first time since February 14th. Dow's down 230. I am missing some trades today. That's okay. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and look at our Netflix. Oh wow, it's actually turned around back to up 322. I was going to say we might go ahead and take an exit on it. Just let this market shake out and try to reposition. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Let's go ahead and look at SPY. See what kind of chart we got going on SPY. Mixed flow. That's still my PayPal chart, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, this has been just ugly. And where I would have probably got short was when it tried to do its first wobble, missed it, broke 276 right there. I'd have probably took a shot. Let's watch SPY for a minute. If it sets a new low here, we might take a shot at it. I hate chasing, but sometimes I will take a small shot at something. I'm hoping it goes ahead and curls back up and crosses this. It needs to set. It hadn't had a higher high all day. You see this? This is just lower lows with 0 higher highs. Right here, possibly on this wobble, you might get your first higher high of the day. Right now, it's just straight lower lows. Actually, it did just set your first higher high. Okay, screen, stop being glitchy. Go ahead and put a line right there. Whoops. God, it's glitchy because I'm trying to record. So that's the number we're watching, 275.01. Again, that first little that little wobble, you see it do one here, but kept going down. So this is your next shot at it. That's your first higher high of the day on SPY, and that's a short-term higher high. So let's see what it does. But that hopefully is a little turn there. BABA under 180, but they're buying in the money now. Let's calculate some juice on this BABA real quick. In the money, they're buying 167.50s for $11.70. So that's a 169.20 contract. There's 20 cents juice on that BABA, 179. I love to follow deep in the monies. They're more expensive contracts, but those guys, they also don't, you know, when they're dropping, they don't hurt near as bad, right? If you was in a 185, you'd be getting killed right now, but in the money, you don't get killed as much. That's a decent contract to follow. I'm looking for this stuff all day. We talk about consistency, but I will follow good singular, and I might even follow this one. I will follow good singular in the monies, even one of those whites. Let's go ahead and show y'all. If you have any color questions about options, colors, and stuff, you click this question mark over here. It tells you what all the colors mean, what blocks and sweeps are, blah, blah, blah. SPY, again, we're watching this line. These are my 2 lines that I'm watching right now. We call these turtle lines. So when the SPY creeped over that line, that was the turtle just putting his little head out, right? Yeah, that BABA contract, in the money one, very interesting. They bought when it was at 179. And I can tell by 179.16 on BAMA, 179.45. A lot of times you'll see, and we talk about this in the main chat, as Discord, you'll see when those big deep in the monies come, that's when you'll see the stocks turn a whole lot. We've seen it on Facebook, Apple, Amazon. We've seen big in the monies come. And, you know, sees up a little bit on the contracts, not much, up to 179.27. Sees up a little bit, not much. It's so far in the money, it's going to move like a 1-to-1. So if the stock goes up 50 cents, the contract's going to go up 50 cents. Stock goes down 50 cents, contract's going to go down 50 cents, et cetera, et cetera. That's what happens when you're in the money. It's almost like a stock replacement. This ARQL we talked about earlier, there's a new high on ARQL. How do we know that? The alert stream just told me. Let's go ahead and click it, because I can click a symbol from anywhere on the system and it's going to load that chart, right? It actually has options flow. I didn't know that. Somebody bought some 5s for next week, but it's a small amount. Let's go see. Did it set a new high? It sure did. See this little triple top area? We had pre-market when the market opened. 1, 2, 3, close enough for me. See what happens? That's resistance now, right? Resistance, 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 resistance. What happens? You get through resistance, you jet. That's the chart setup you look for when you're a trader. You wait for these setups. You don't just see a stock and go, this is where people lose money, right? All stocks. Hey, there's RST. What did it do? I don't know. Let's buy it right here, right now. No. No, you're waiting for setups. Oh, Trove just alerted. I'm in. No, wait for the setup. The algos don't tell you about setups. They don't understand setups. Algos tell you when certain criteria is met that you need to look at that stock. It doesn't mean buy me now. You know, I say the story a whole lot. You got a dog that wakes you up every morning at 6 o'clock to go outside and handle its business. Every day at 6 o'clock. One day he waits till 7 o'clock, right? The dog comes and wakes you up, and you look at your watch and it's an hour late than it's ever been. That's an alert. Doesn't mean the dog needs to go to the vet. I'm not going to rush him to the vet, but I'm like, wow, the first time in 5 years this dog was an hour late. So it's an alert. Doesn't mean run him to the vet, run him to the hospital. It just means, hey, guess what? Keep an eye on this situation, right? So again, that's what this alert log means. Keep an eye on this situation. Something just happened here. As a quick price spike will trigger it. All kinds of things will trigger it. Seal back under 3. ARQL. So, you know, it went over 5 real quick and didn't like the 5s. We'll see if it goes back. I'll go back to all options. As soon as my system stops being draggy, and we're going to go back to the alert stream, because that gives me all this cool information. That alert stream is one of the most valuable features and most unused feature on BlackBox. All right, you can quit freezing on me. It does not like when I record. Plus, I'm out in the country. That's not BlackBox. That's my setup. F-cell. Now, if I remember right, I seen F-cell hit a 52-week low a few minutes ago. I'm gonna go ahead and click that and see if I was right, but I thought I seen F-cell hit a 52-week low. Let me go check that, because now all of a sudden it got a big price spike. So I don't know if that's bottom buyers or what we got going on, but I thought I seen 52-week low on F-cell. 52-week low. See there? See there? See there? Somebody bottom bought it real quick. Yeah, 52-week lows. The more you trade, the more you get a photographic memory. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and call it a photographic memory. Because basically that's what it is. But the more you deal with numbers, you just start seeing this stuff and calculating in your sleep, unfortunately. All right. Oh wow, Netflix. Let's go ahead and pull up that Netflix chart. Now here's some at the money spies coming through. Yesterday, if you remember, we seen that spy come through and they pegged the bottom of the day, and I mean pegged it. We're gonna get our Netflix loaded back up. I may sell part of those just to protect because I don't like that we're under the 200 and some other things. Oh, that's ugliness right there, right? That's just ugliness. Dow down 230. Let's get this back on all options. See if I can get me a bounce here. And that's how I use the system. Hopefully that's helpful to somebody. Let's see if we got any questions. We'll go ahead and end this a little early because can I type ES and track the future too? Not on here, Cherry. So the repeater bullish, let's see if we got one. It just, all the repeater is we got a roulette bearish. No, hold on guys, I got to look at a position real quick. All right, cool. The repeat bullish, just it's finding 6 or 7 on the same strike and expiration and alerting them to us because it's hard to remember everything that comes through, but that computer can track it. So let's go back to flow real quick, but the computer can track it. Let's just say NVIDIA right here, 418, 160 on the ask. In sweeps, let's just say it got 6 of those on the ask. You know, they could be white or any color, but it's going to track that. It's going to track that. And if it's in a certain time frame, it's going to alert us to it. Again, doesn't mean buy me, but it means go look at the chart, go look at the flow. All those alerts, always do your due diligence. Any alert on the system, right? Whether it's a person or a computer alerting you to it. Next questions, let's see. Do you only look at calls and not puts for your trading? Gavin, I do. Oh wait, hold on, I've skipped a couple. Let me get back to this. So for stocks, we have alerts and news. How do you filter? Do all those stocks alerts? I've seen videos on YouTube where there are over 100 alerts. There can be over 100 alerts. So what you can do, Charlie Thomas, is right here, and this is what I do. For the purpose of this video, I ran the smaller stocks, but for most part, you can do over 5, under 5. You can do under 5, under 10, under 50, under 100, over 5, over 10, over 50, over 100. What I like to do is I run in over 50 mode. And that changes my complete alert log over here, my complete everything. So all of a sudden I've got 18 alerts for stocks over 50. I've only got this many over here. So because mainly I trade options, this way I can go look at what's moving for the day quickly and see if, I can get an options move off of it. So that's the filter for that. And let's go see if we got some more questions. Uh-oh, I can't find my question thingy. Oh, there it is. I made a spreadsheet of my trades. Can I DM you the spreadsheet? Gordon Gecko, you can on Discord. If you do it on BlackBox, I won't be able to see it correctly, but if you're on if you do it on Discord, I'll be able to like open that. If you're doing on BlackBox, probably won't be able to see it, but I'd love to see it, absolutely. So I only look at calls personally. Put a lot of puts or protection. Now a lot of people in the room play puts, kill puts off the flow. I don't. I just rather watch the greens, the calls, because the calls I can tell if somebody's buying when they sell them by the A's and the B's. The flow class every day we go over that. So I just don't track puts. It's just too much more information for me. Some people do though. So options trader me, it doesn't work on options, but the volatility indicator is basically level 2. We talked about that on, I think it was Seal earlier, or one of those stocks. It's basically level 2. If a bunch of bids start stacking up and offers get thin, let's say you're trading in a stock that's $5 by 505, some low flow stock. All of a sudden, a bunch of bids jump up to $5. That you'll see that gauge move to the right. And those 505s, maybe there was 10 market makers at 505. Now all of a sudden it sees it go down to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And those are going to 510, 520, and 530. You'll see that buy pressure gauge. It's basically a level 2. I don't buy and sell off of it, but it tells me basically what level 2 is on that particular stock. It tracks, that's what it does. It actually tracks level 2. Actually tracks level 2. So it's basically just a level 2 tracker, and a lot of times you'll see it ahead of the chart because you know, market makers might see yada 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 and start moving before your chart does. Like you'll see it move hard right before a big move sometimes, and all of a sudden you'd be like, why is it pegged to 50? Boom, the chart will show you in a second. So usually it's a little ahead of your chart. Any more questions, guys and gals? I appreciate you guys and gals being on here with me today. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the system and how we use it, or how I use it. I helped to develop it, so that's how I use it as one of the developers. Thank you, Options Trader Me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I helped to develop all these features, so you know, this is how I use it anyway. Oh, Jason, anytime, brother. My time is for you guys and gals. I mean, that's what we did here. Anytime, Dan, anytime. Well, guys and gals, let's do this again. Mark, I appreciate it. We'll do this again probably Tuesday. We want to do it at least twice a week because we're getting so many new members. And hey, you guys come back, watch it every time, gals too. But we're getting so many new members. We're trying to acclimate them as fast as possible to how we use the system. If you ever got any questions, tag a moderator. We will get you those answers. Absolutely. So tag us anytime, whether on BlackBox or Discord. We're here for you guys and gals. We're a bunch of traders that developed the system, and we much appreciate every one of you. So hit us anytime with questions. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this one off, and we'll do it again Tuesday. Thanks, everybody.